Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to Slipways, where today, I guess we're just holding the line. Coming up with solutions is for suckers. Let's just try to maintain the status quo, because that'll be best for profits in the extremely, extremely short term. Ah. This sector was once the center of forebear activity. Now a growing space-time rift threatens to consume the sector completely. Its growth is accelerating rapidly, and unless we take measures to contain it, it might affect this entire region of the galaxy. So you have 25 years to completely surround the anomaly so that it is completely contained. The mission is instantly lost if the rift ever touches a colonized planet, structure, or slipway. And we can build these pylons. You're familiar with these already. Two pylons placed close enough together form a rift wall which stops the anomaly from spreading beyond them. Pylons can be supported by a nearby planet, don't have to be. Their upkeep is dependent on the planet's level. Pylons built in open space have a high upkeep that grows with each pylon built this way. And obviously, as we know from the past, we cannot afford to be paying a lot of extra high upkeeps. That's very difficult. Stars based on how many of the pylons holding back the rifts are supported by planets that are at least successful, and how quickly we get the whole lot of it done. So, let's see who's got what. Okay, the combination of deep drilling and mass reactors is definitely compelling. Bonus science from labs here, but to be perfectly honest, not too excited about the rest of the Vittori stuff. The Ephorians have the slipway range extender and slipway cost reduction, which is not nothing. Dender have social capital, gene adjustment, enlightenment, genesis cells. There's a lot to recommend that. And then you have, what is this one again? Biomass makes robots. The hybrid hatchery. You know, honestly, we do have a lot of problems consistently having the minerals necessary to get robots going on Forge Worlds and thus to make food. Biohybrids might actually be a compelling technology. They have quantum sensors, so like, what am I thinking? Like this maybe as our council? This does not really give us compelling projects, so social capital's probably not the thing. I mean, enlightenment is, yeah, gosh, if we do it this way, if we take social capital, we just do enlightenment on every people world everywhere. I suppose it could be significant. Well, what else would we take? Structure build time down by 1 month. Structure building cost down by 30%. We're probably going to build a fair number of pylons, so that is kind of compelling. But we don't have any other structures. I guess this will affect laboratories as well. Forge World planets produce extra stuff and earn 20% more income. Obviously helpful with accomplishing some of the Sylphid tasks. Each time you deliver minerals, gain $10. I mean, that's not nothing. Asteroids are better. I gotta be honest with you. With this loadout, I am a little bit worried about our ability to generate money early on. And this doesn't affect the upkeep cost of structures at all. What are the perks if we go this way? Is it like this? Try to take advantage of deep drilling. And biohybrids is cool, but it's not like invalidating the need to use minerals. We try to like settle on ocean planets more frequently because we're definitely inclined to make mines because we want to be able to do mass reactors, right? I think I'm down with this. I think I like this. Let's give this a shot. We'll see. You know, some of these we have to take a crack at a couple of times. A couple of cracks, in fact. Well, okay, there's promising stuff going on here. So, if we make this a people world, see, we have minerals around, and I do want to use them, of course. Okay, we can get a very tight triangle going here. Does this world reach the mineral world? It does. Okay, interesting. Right, because like this is people, this is food to, or this is biomass to food, and then this is a Gaia world sending the water back here and the food over there. That gets us set up. It's a lot of units of trade happening over a very small amount of upkeep. This is a good start, I think. How would we make use of these? How would we ever get goods to this planet? Maybe we can't. If we have to do the Enlightenment thing, it's fine. I wish there had been an ocean world near the mineral world. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Let's start this way, get some decent income going. So set up the two-way trade. I'm actually not going to settle the other world right away. Let's scout, open up the next year. That rules. Yeah, okay. There's some good compelling stuff going on here. So get a mineral producing planet to successful. I would love to. We're going to try very hard. Increase the amount of food by 5 units. We'll see. Also going to try very hard at that. So this is going to want water, which we don't immediately have for it, but we'll figure things out. Okay, so I'm pretty pleased with that as an initial setup. So what we can do now, this can be a people world. So we can make goods here to send to this world. They won't be able to reach the world we already set up, but again, enlightenment can be in our future. So I'm thinking people world, minerals, goods. And then to make food for this world, how are we going to make food? I don't love this. I think we're letting the rift swallow that. Hopefully that was clear. Because obviously we have robots potentially here. If this world could connect to the ocean world, we'd be in really good shape, right? Robots to food here, feed that up that way, and then this world requires biomass, but we can have this world feed this one people. So the extra point of water goes over there. The extra point of biomass could go over here. But this world being in the way of that slipway actually does cause a lot of problems. And this world's obstructed from it. In theory, this world can send food that far over. Don't know if I think that's terribly likely to work. Let's get a little bit more information here. So obviously we can't do people to minerals to do robots to make food here, because if we do that, then we've already run a slipway across this. We might just have to give up on our hopes of making this a people world, as good as it would be. So what? This is a biomass world directly then, or this is a people world directly. We run the people here, get the biomass back. I think that's viable. We'll get a quick look at this. Okay, interesting. If I made this a people world instead. Nope, I don't think that's right. All right, I'm gonna do this. And then it's gonna be like, what is my food plan? Are we how reliant on enlightenment do I really want to be? I think is part of the question. Because I could certainly do like people to robots, robots to food, food back to here, and that does clean all this up. I guess. It's not ideal. It means we no longer have a way of producing goods from here, which I obviously have a problem with. I know we're probably planning to pick up enlightenment, but I still want to create and trade goods. It's tough. All right. We got to get a mineral producing planet to successful in the relatively near future too, so let's try to form a version of the plan that allows for that. I want to do two-way trade between the ocean worlds and the mineral worlds super badly, but it's just very hard to justify. It's very hard to know that that's even going to be possible. I need to know more about what's going on over here. I hate to like do something that's too speculative. Oh, wow. Just barely out of range. We definitely want to be doing some delivery of minerals, right? Because we took a perk. We want the money. I might just go for this. It's correctable eventually. You know what? I'm going to commit to this. We're going to do this thing, make our money. We're going to see if there's a way of producing food over here, and if there isn't, we're just going to fucking deal with it. Because, like, we can get there. Yeah, the mass reactor only has to be established, so this could be energy pays for the food cost right there. That could be the move. So it doesn't help us to do the goods world yet. So obviously we're going to have to build our rift wall here relatively soon. I am going to do this. Should probably like flip worlds over. And then how far away from the planet? Okay, the rift wall could be pretty far out. I'm kind of thinking about a biomass lab, to be honest with you. Just get a really early lab up with the... If we put it like here... All right, I'm going to do it. Maybe that's too fast, but I'm going to make this a biomass world. We're going to connect it here. And then, obviously, once this world gets its food, people to there to pay for that. And then we build the rift wall across here. But I want to get a little bit of science income going quickly for, obviously, like a lot of reasons. And in fact, do we want to... I think I want to hold off. We're going to get deep drilling, but I think it makes sense to grab quantum sensors first. Deep drilling right now is only going to give us... Yeah, it's like $1 a year. And I'd rather do this in the other way. Okay, so there is also the possibility that we could just make food happen. No, never mind. There's no food world that can. Well, this can. Okay, so if we could find some way to turn this into a food world using resources from other worlds without running minerals to this forge world, we could solve the problem that way as well. Okay, so what are my incentives to make that work? All right, if we made this a mineral world to people this ocean planet, we do minerals to robots here, robots to food there, then we need a source of biomass, which we can get from there in theory somehow. I don't really know what the plan would be on that. But then, once this is producing, once this has biomass and robots in, it is 2 points of food. So it can provide the food to this world and the food to that world. This does not help us claim this forebear ruin. But there's not really any other way to do it, right? And getting people produced on this world would be pretty great. It does mean we don't get to pull goods out of Pratchett 8, but we're just going to have to solve that problem with Enlightenment. We're already picking up Enlightenment, so I think that's right. I don't love that we're already at minus 14, or we're only at plus 14, and we haven't hit the first Empire size jump yet. It's going to be ugly. Yeah, all right. I think that we do have to do it, though. So let's start setting it up. Once it has the biomass... Okay, it doesn't gain any more needs. So what is the right order of these? First of all, I guess, is the mineral trade. Right, because that's a two-way trade that also generates us money instantly when we make it. What do I need? I need 10. So if I reveal this, we go to 3, and then if that's an asteroid, we only go to 6. So we just can't do that this year no matter what. That's fun. I suppose it was like there was an off chance that one of these two was also an asteroid. Oh, right. Sorry, hold on. Shit, I can't undo that. That puts us on plus $2 because we are... Yeah, fuck. Well, we have to do it. Because it moved us up in Empire size. So now we can do that. Trading the mineral gets us $10 to work with. We can send the other point of minerals here for another $10. Okay. This is a food world. Wait, shoot. Do I have enough money to do this in the way that... Okay. We have to send the minerals there because I need the robot. Yep. Okay. Now we're on a little bit of plus dollars, but not very much. And I am changing my mind. We're picking up deep drilling first because it actually, like, it matters now. Okay. Grim. Hold on. Am I allowed to go back to last year? Like, we haven't revealed information long enough. Yeah, we can take deep drilling now. And thus make a little tiny bit of extra money right away. So we connect that. Do the robot thing. Connect that. Because if we're going to take it anyway, right? That actually lets me run this connection. So we're plus 11 for next year. Now we grab quantum sensors. Whew. Okay. Turn this into a Gaia world and pass the year instantly? I hate it, but I think it's right. Are we better off? Probably. Probably I'm better off not doing that. Right, because we're talking about paying the extra upkeep. Gonna have to build those rift walls pretty soon here. Does only cost 0 months to build it. Wait, why Why is that not? Okay, hold on. Is that lab far enough forward that it's making the whole thing impossible anyway? -10! That's lose the game. That said, we definitely have to do this so that I can figure out if it's even possible. No, they won't connect. Well, that's very bad news. Yeah, they just won't connect. Shit. Okay, well, you know what? I hate to... We're going to lose the game then. So, that lab is going to get et. All right, let's try that again. Still deep drilling. This is the one that doubles the value of asteroids. This really needs to be a tier 0 technology. I don't know why it's in tier 1. The move action's compelling, megastructures less so. The Vittori have... So they have chips to energy, which is fine. They have enlightenment. Oof. This is really rough. This is a really rough set of... Okay, yeah. The set of technologies and perks we had for the last game is massively better than what we have available here. Massively better. Okay, so if we take the Euphorians, brain-machine interface, wave augmentation's always potentially good, teleporters are very good. Take the Dender, use social capital alongside disease eradication to help us improve the people output of our people worlds, which improves their trade output even more. Like that a bunch. Maybe we don't need the Euphorians. I was thinking like the brain machine interface play again. Also, man, maybe that's it. Artifact trading's very good. And then, like, is it still the Bakar? For like deep mining and the asteroid thing, or like the Silphid. Mass lensing is very good. I know we haven't been using it, but it is very good. If you don't take a Bakar, if you take the Silphid without taking a Silphid perk, it can be very difficult to get some of their missions completed. But like they have quantum sensors and mass lensing, which are both very powerful. Oh gosh, who would we want to accompany here? I kind of think the answer might be all of these suck. Suck is too strong, but they're not good. Whose missions will we have the easiest time with, I guess, is a question. If the Bakar don't have the lab science booster, the Bakar missions can be, or the Vittori rather, the Vittori missions can be difficult if you don't have the thing that boosts science from labs. They have transpose, they have enlightenment, although obviously we're hoping not to need enlightenment so much. But if we are thinking enlightenment, maybe we don't take novelty traders, we take scientific fleet instead so that we can actually try to get to some of our early game researches. Yeah, okay, let's try it like this. I think we're going to have a little bit of a problem with some of the missions, or the tasks. And also, I just got to be a little bit more careful. God, early game science income is so powerful, though. Well... what's down here? Okay, so we can do people is biomass is food. and then people to minerals over here. That gets us a decent amount of early trade. We can make this a Gaia world, so we can feed more resources into the food world and also feed water into the mineral world potentially if there's, something down here where it makes sense to do that. Could be an okay start. If I wanted to do... We don't have a lot of other ways to make food. I guess we could do the same thing here, I suppose. The thing that this planet's missing is going to be water. So maybe this is better because it means we have a water world instead of a Gaia world hanging off the bottom. Yeah, I think that's okay. This is a tricky situation that requires a wall very early. But, there's good value in making a wall very early anyway. I'm going to leave the two-way trade in case. Yeah, okay, so... Connect this. I don't actually want to produce the food just yet, so I'm gonna make the mine, and we'll connect it after the start of the year. Okay, we are not on track to do this. Or that. Fun. Okay. This is just build any lab. I mean, how soon do I think I'm going to get that done, though? This is just get goods. We're not going to do it with this planet, but, it could happen in the near future. Okay, a beginning. Then we do water world. Just push out some more points of resources. That's a reasonable income. We've got a reasonable starting income. Okay, I was kind of hoping this was going to be a forge world and we could figure out some way to do minerals to goods here, but fine. So... we do still have the capacity to start to have an early lab running. If we make this a biomass world, it's very easy to do a biomass lab in the Crook here. If you build one of these in the area, okay, it's only 6 if it's an established world. Let's see what's down here. Okay, no place to send minerals, unfortunately. This could be a people world. And if this is a people world, we could do a mineral lab to upgrade this world so that we can pay less for its upkeep, for the upkeep of the pylon. Right, so send the second point of food over, send a second point of people in. We're flipping a ton of stuff to establish that way. Yeah, honestly, that seems like a pretty good idea to me. So connect this, connect that. And then... this doesn't work, really? The least obstructed. Okay. So if we do minerals, we get that early lab that's not super compelling up. I mean, maybe? Can you reach that? You can, but if I did that, it would cut off the ability to connect the resources from these two worlds to the same structure. It could be like minerals to chips here to get chips for the chip world, and then... so it would be a 3 science lab, which is not good, but it's good to have science. this world's going to be our import hub. May as well just go ahead and do that. Bring in the income and finish the mission. So right now what I'm talking about doing is completely destroying our income. However, it is necessary. Pretty sure. Like if I put this here, I put this... Oof. Okay, so that first pylon has to go much closer. So if this were to be a people world, we could do a two-way trade for the biomass off of this world. This could also be a biomass world, potentially. I'm trying to figure out where the next pylons are going to go, you know? I'm trying to think ahead at least that much. Getting rid of this other point of minerals is going to save us $4 a year. Building the lab is going to cost us $5 a year. Obviously, there's significant value in having science income. Once we get a little bit more science going, we pick up disease eradication and build it on both of the people worlds. That's going to help with our trade income some. Does it all end up paying itself off, is the question. I think? Gosh, I hope so. I'm going to build it out here in case that's a world that can produce minerals later. I'll blow this up. Okay. So that's a little bit of science income. We do have to call it there for the year. But we still have 21 coming in. Could be a lot worse. This world's just not going to have people income for a little bit. It'll get there. But I definitely want to do this right now. Let's get the science income. Okay. Let me reveal all of these. That rules. That's exactly what I was hoping to see. There are a lot of sources of water over here. We could potentially do a water lab. Let's just get some base cash here. Pick up disease eradication. Do disease eradication. It's 10. So we're not going to be able to do any more this year. What we can do is a little bit more scouting. That's not going to produce minerals. I am making it impossible to build enlightenment. That said, I do think we needed to do that. We're about to go up in empire size. We're going to lose a lot of money. It's not so bad, I guess. Just thinking ahead about like how we ever flip these planets over. And the answer is we can't do it anytime soon. If I made this a people world, we did, let's say, biomass here. I mean, does it make sense to do that? Is it actually just this is a Gaia world? I want to set up a lab up here, but I don't think it's viable. I think this just has to be a food producer. Yeah. All right. All right. That's fine. We'll do that next year. Start setting up some food. And the plan will be to rift wall right across there. So settle this. Pylon. Okay, the pylon can be built right here. But it's very expensive to do so. If we have to wait a year... That's... Okay, if we have to wait a year, it is still doable, at least. So that being the case, let me not do this way. I guess it doesn't really matter because we're making all of the exchanges no matter what. No, okay. Sorry. Sorry, I'm being a little silly here. We should, for sure, set up the two-way trade first. Right? That's the best overall income. Then I'm not allowed to do this, except... Okay. There we go. Now this world can actually be made successful. Hold on. Can I... If I don't colonize that world yet, we build this thing this turn, it's going to take all of my money. But the angle on this rift is so much better. This saves us an entire rift build. It hurts, though. It's ugly. No two ways about that. It's sorry to be going back and forth so much. I think it is maybe better to just do it the other way. It sucks, but also it hurts our income so much less. This makes us build another one of these way earlier than we would like to build another one of these. Oh, wait, they're only -3. Sorry, they're -6 in front of an established world. They're -3 in front of a... Or they're -6 in front of a... Yeah, established. They're -3 in front of a successful. Is there a way to build this pylon in such a way that it's supported by... No, there is no way to build this pylon so that it is supported by this world instead of that world. Okay. It's actually fine. It doesn't matter. This world's going to get flipped in just a moment anyway, so... In fact, let's make those connections. Well... Yeah, it's fine. We don't need to deal with the encroaching rift wall on the other side just yet. I think we're okay for the moment. Let me send out a probe, I guess, and that's how we'll end the year. Couldn't be, of course not. Why would that be an asteroid we could use? Who would allow such a thing? This is tough, y'all. Okay. We don't even have to build this year. It could wait again. Okay. Obviously, I very much want to do minerals to goods here, which means this world can't connect to that. Think it's right, though. You know, we had to get this task cleared. Why did I press that button? Why press that button when you could press the correct button? Let's do that right now so that we get the task unlocked. 2 ocean planets to successful. I mean, we have 1 that's on the verge. This one can get... This one could get to successful really easily, actually. Yeah, I can do that. And then if we can get a remnant planet to successful, we can have all of our mineral... Oh, yeah, we can totally do that. We're absolutely going to do that. Okay. That rules. Ooh, wait, we're not going to have water for this world. So I'm going to do food here. Yeah, undo this. We'll colonize planets. That's going to take a while, but we'll get there. Okay. So that's happening. Can't build the thing. Need to build the thing pretty soon, though. In fact, this next year is maybe just a couple of rift pylons. I hate that, but I do think it's probably necessary. I don't know what we're going to do over here. Yeah, no idea. Okay. Well, that sucks. I think we're just ending the year. Okay. I'm pretty sure the next tech we're picking up is wave augmentation. Well, do we want solar superconductors? Maybe. We don't need wave augmentation soon. Yeah, we're going to miss out on this if we don't grab it now. And that means that we're going to be able to afford enlightenment a little bit earlier, which is probably a big deal. So this could be a chip world. Doesn't matter. Doesn't flip this. When we get enlightenment, we're going to be in pretty good shape on our tasks for the moment. We can just build that there. That buys us quite a bit of time on lose the game. This being a chip world is not a bad idea. Okay, so gonna do this. Sorry, gonna do the two-way trade first. That's more income for next year. Then we're gonna make this a goods world. This doesn't produce another point of good shit. This doesn't produce the minerals until we can get at the water. And it can't produce the water until a bunch of other shit happens. Maybe this planet's not as ironclad as I thought. If we go people to water here, water to that there, we don't get the food. Okay, that's interesting. We can get a second point of minerals here. Obviously, we're talking about pushing ourselves up another empire size category in a way that's actually going to be really painful. But I also think necessary? Probably. Yeah, okay. That's also necessary. Oh, wait, but if I'm going to make this a mineral world anyway, we can do this, blow the asteroid for $6 to connect these two, get that two-way trade going. That lets me get a little bit more done this year. Then send in the food. Send in... Don't do that. Don't do that. That's a bad idea. Make this minerals to goods. There's no particular reason for me to use this connection. Yeah, we can just do this way. Oh, right, and then you have to offload a point of population in order to get in order to get flipped. So I think what I'm doing is I'm just trying to produce a lot of water over here, right? I'm not going to be able to do anything else, though. Oh, interesting. 7. Yeah, okay. Send out another probe. And... all right. So... that is one prosperous world. Next year, we get enlightenment. We enlighten this world. This world also flips and gives us $80. And we've gotten ourselves halfway to here. We can spend one of the points of water on this world immediately just to get the income. We can also make this a water world as we know we want to. Let me connect this. I definitely want to do this. It's a power plant. We can't ever turn it into the really good thing, but we can just make it a point of energy. Huh, interesting. Probably not super worth the having connected it now, obviously, but if I reveal enough planets to get one more point of science, let me see what's over here. Okay. We can buy enlightenment right now and then pay $20 to get $80, which I think we should do. I'm a big believer in pay $20 to get $80. I feel like it's a strong strategy. So this world has no source of food that we know of yet. That doesn't connect. So yeah, if we want to do the minerals to chips thing here, we have no source of food for this world. If we want to do the minerals to robots things to produce food, we have no source of chips, which are needed. And obviously the chip world can pay out twice immediately. So it does feel like that's a smart way to go about this. We do need to get this thing set up. Gosh, if I can produce a food need for this world, we can get this thing established right away and this thing established pretty quickly. And then we can be paying very little for these fences as we keep swinging them around. I like that very much, provided it can happen. All right, that can still be done cleanly next year. What is the right way to start setting this up? I guess the right way to start setting this up is to build this right here. Yeah. Okay, Forge World's what I was hoping for. So we can do minerals to robots to food over here. So time's getting a little tight on the pylons that we want to set up. Let's go ahead and do this. Yes. Okay. So this gets a little complicated. For right now, what we're going to do is food goes in, chips go in. We'll connect all the other stuff up later. Connect that and that to lower our upkeep costs. Okay, cool. Now let's finish connecting things. So this becomes a mine, which feeds that world and this world. Oh. Slight problem. Okay, apparently that works somehow. Whatever, I'll take it. We produce another rift wall as far out as it will go. Okay. That's a much larger distance than some of the ones we've been allowed to do. Right? I'm not imagining that, am I? Oh, I need to set up this other lab. Also, we are at 7 of 8 on this thing, which rules. And we will, we will have more thoughts about that presently. Right now what I'm doing is making this a water planet, setting up a laboratory over here. Disease eradication for the money more than for the population point. And then, this is the most food this will ever produce. Because, like, obviously this world could be producing water. This world could be, potentially. And I'm debating whether I turn them on right now, because obviously I would like to have more than 6 science 14 years into the damn run. Oh, wait, do you not... Oh, I set this up wrong. Well, shit, that's way more likely to happen. And in fact, we could just energy that if there's no clean people set up. Okay. Okay, this is actually very easy though. Is the thing. So we make this a people world. Hold on. Are we fence-wise we're okay. How do I want to I guess if I make this a goods world, we can make this a colonized, we can make this an established world and extend the fence to cover it. Yeah, I gotta build around the damn, obviously we have to finish enclosing this thing at some point. This is leaking out in a way that's actually really annoying. What are my, is Arid on my type list? It's not. All right. Oops, clicked outside the window because I'm clumsy. I'm gonna colonize this world. We have no idea if we can make that work, but it does finish a task. Increase your total number of prosperous planets by 2. That can certainly happen. Improve yearly science output by 3. Y'all, I'm trying. Is that a thing we could reasonably do? Yes. Okay. All right, let's just do some basic setup stuff here. This needs love. Honestly, I think I'm going to take dimensional anchoring. Okay, we can do this. I'm definitely in an enclose the rift kind of place right now. All we have to do is know how we're going to fix problems from here on. And in fact, we don't even have to. We just have to feel like they are fixable. Okay, this is just get science. Interesting. Okay. I was kind of hoping to find a primordial world somewhere. If I made this a robot world, we could... Wow, am I really at +8? Fuck me. And I do not have any big money improving technologies coming in anytime soon. +8's pretty harsh. So we have a functional triangle right here. We are paying the full cost for this riftwall pylon, which will get better once we have our triangle settled. All right, let me do this. This is going to get really expensive, but also I need to arrest the progress here. So if I do that, can I make this connection? I can. And if I make this connection, I have to immediately make this connection. And we're hemorrhaging. Really badly, actually. No, doing that breaks everything. Hold on, shit. This has to happen. So that I have that drawn, so that I know where I can and cannot place things. Okay, there we go. Cool. Did I say bleeding? Because, of course, what I meant was bleeding incredibly badly. Okay. We're on lose the game. This doesn't even really help. Shoot. Yeah, that spiraled out of control really badly. But, like, so did the size of the rift, right? If I let the rift expand very much more, we were definitely doomed. Fully unrecoverable? Yeah. Yeah, I think so. So what we do is we blow up what we can blow up. Then we spend the rest of this year building connections to try not to die. That's $5 right there. Is there anywhere else that I have just like an easy trade payout connection I can make? So in theory, we could survive this year, but yeah, I lose. Energy-driven industry. I don't actually have any energy. Yeah. Shoot. I knew I needed to surround the thing. Boy. Okay, so if I had not done this thing out of desperation to enclose the rift, we had just let it expand westward more. We probably could have survived. I was really in a panic. I was like, we have to get this thing shut up at least a little bit, but probably I overdid it there. We could try to back up and unwind this. I don't know how far back it's going to let me go. Let's find out. Okay, so here we're back to, you still have positive money. This is where it'll let us go back to. Okay, so we just have to play this very differently. This world can't receive minerals, so we can't make robots, so this world can't get food. Okay. So yeah, that still seems true. There is no way to produce food for this world. But we are going to have to give it food. We just have to pick a world and decide it's a food world. Regardless of whether or not that makes sense. Well, I guess it makes sense for it to be this one. Right? Because that way, we can do this. We can do the two-way trade. Right? Like, that gives us a lot of trade value. And then out of curiosity, if there's a way to produce minerals over here, we might still be okay. Because we have a world that could function to produce people. It turns out, no, that's not what's going to happen. Okay. Yeah. All right, well, is what it is. So, increase our total science output by 3. It's a little tricky. What I kind of want to do is make a people world over here. So if I do this, people, yeah, we can do that, right? We can make this a food world. This a people world. Blow this up, because obviously we need the money. Sorry. Form this connection first, because this point of biomass needs to go that way. Okay. Now we have another point of population who could be connected here. That's 1 point of science. We have another point of population who could be connected here. That's 2 points. And then trying to see if it makes sense to found another people world somewhere around this thing. The other option we have is just found another lab, right? And it wouldn't have to be a very good lab. Oh, also I wanted to do this. That was an important part of the reason that was a thing worth doing. Actually, hold on. This whole thing was really messy. Do this first, then send this to here. Now send this person to here. Does that make sense? So you can't reach that. Looking around for other ways to power this. Because, like, being able to use one of the points of biomass from here would be really cool. Yeah, I just don't think we can do it. Am I really going to set up a single point science lab? That feels terrible. Necessary, perhaps, but terrible. And obviously what I'm trying to do is get the Vittori thing finished before I blow this lab for science, but it's not easy. Yeah, we are still having the problem that we often have on this difficulty, which is just that there's no way to make Forge Worlds produce robots, which causes there to be no way to make food. So the planets are not lined up in the way that we would like. Weather control would let us... Weather control is actually interesting. Because that would turn this world into an Earth-like, wouldn't it? Hold on, let me... Yeah. Okay. That's actually really good. So make this a Gaia world. That's how we get the biomass for that. Then we produce... I mean, we want to do enlightenment this time, rather than disease control. Because enlightenment gives us the population while also actually upgrading the world. We go here. Lab. Money. Money. Connection. And there we go. May as well. And that got us a prosperous world. For tasks and such. Actually, hold on a second. Unapply that. I'm sending that point of water here. Okay. Now. Terraforming drones and energy-driven industry are ready to be fired. This world could, in theory, even get upgraded with the prosperity and everything. What's like pretty close to prosperous? This world, we already built a project on, so we can't ever solve that problem. We couldn't get a second import route to it anyway, so... this world would need a bunch of its neighbors to flip. This world's not too far off, actually. So if we... Sorry, punch the microphone. Take that. If we had a little bit of spare money, more money than we have now, I feel like, we could just garbage lab this. Yeah, just empty lab, send the person off to flip it. If we did that, it would get us a discount on Dender technology and would show us our next tasks, which is maybe worthwhile. Okay, what are we looking at next in terms of technology? What's the move? These still require food. Do we have more? We could build this and get a little boost to trade income. Doesn't really help too much. What do you pay for a... Okay, a pylon near a prosperous world is in really good shape. This world would need 2 more inputs or outputs, which obviously it cannot get. If we were saving for hyperdrive, we could potentially drop more resources onto worlds in ways that would solve some of the problems we're having now. Like if we could hyperdrive minerals to robots here, that's actually pretty cool. I'm debating whether I want the $14. That might actually work. Alright. Make this a mineral world. Kill the asteroid. May as well feed this people now. Set up the thing as far over as it will let me. On this side, we're still in kind of rough shape. Okay. So... I think I need a little bit more info. So robot makes food like this. This is a people world really easily. In fact, we even already have the food. Although building that slipway is going to be annoying. Building that slipway is so expensive. So if we can do this thing, if we can get this robot, this world produces a second point of food. We can send it here, do a 2-way trade for biomass, run the fence like that, and we're enclosing this thing quite a bit. So I need to... I kind of do need this to be a people world. It doesn't matter that it's arid, I think, because it's so easy to do the trade for more resources. How expensive is this? It's 16, so it's like a whole year's income at this point. I need money. I need money very desperately. I can flip this world. Okay, we should definitely do that. Money. Then we can do... This is a water world. Connected to here. Flips to successful. Flips to prosperous. Solves a mission. Also just gets us a bunch more incomes. Yeah, this planet's getting bonus trade income anyway, so it's like it's very valuable to spend the point of population. And I think we end up not... Yeah, like that's just not... We're not going to need that energy. So it's best to start building. Let's do this. Oh, wait, this needed 2. Needed 2 of its neighbors to flip. Shit. You're never going to produce another point of population, so you can't flip that. This world is never going to flip. She really thought she was onto something there. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm feeling pretty fucking bad about everything. What's going on here? It's troublesome. We're having a lot of trouble. Hate it. Okay. Yeah. All right. We might have to just have one hanging out in space. Like that might end up being... Well, if we had to put up an extra pylon anyway, I guess it may as well be supported. See, the thing I'm worried about is when we hit the next empire size threshold, we're going to lose $32 per month, which, you know, if you're doing the math right now, is all of them, plus a bunch more. So I feel like we have to immediately get super paid. I think I'm still going to lose, is the thing. Because we are very much running out of money. We can't afford to pay the upkeep on even one more pylon. Certainly not the number we would need to win the game. Passing the year with a ton of money ups that I have some hope. Pick up hyperdrive. Check if that... Okay, that does reach. Do this. Yeah, the money situation got tight enough. I think no matter how I did it, there was no way for us to found another planet. So we just do this. We send this here. We're only minus 11. Oh, this was the plan. So if I do this, I just end up with no money left, right? No, we're gonna pay the $8 at the beginning of the transformation. Then the year will end while we are 5 minus 11, and we will lose. Obviously, we can't just blow up this asteroid to make it work. I guess I can do this. That makes us a little bit more money. I really need to settle another world before we detonate this, obviously. We're going to go to 16, only have 8 left. Yeah, I'm fucked. There's no way to fix it. Yeah, there's just no way to fix it. If I had a little bit more time left in this year. Because, like, if we could set up the two-way trade here, that's a fair amount of money coming in. It's only one more planet worth of upkeep stuff, but it is 2 goods worth of trade resources plus $12. Or, well, plus $6 relative to the situation we do find ourselves in now. Yeah, I don't think this is recoverable. And in any case, I think I'm going to go ahead and tap out. whether or not this is recoverable, we're talking about like a real limping recovery, right? I'm going to go ahead and just call it here. That is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. This is a failure, and I am bummed about it. But when you come back next time tomorrow, we're going to be trying this again with a slightly better handle on the long-term costs of getting this stuff done. This whole session was kind of a nightmare, to be perfectly honest with you. Yeah, so when you come back next time tomorrow, we're going to be trying this again. Hopefully, we're going to generate a set of perks and stuff that looks a little bit more like what we got the first time, because this one was grim indeed. And if we had had like mass reactors here, this whole game turns out so much differently, right? So yeah, come back next time for that, and we'll see you then.